have van life. Simplicity, the open road, and freedom. But what happens when it's suddenly over? Today, I want to talk about something that nobody seems to really be talking about, and that's what happens to those full-time travelers when they transition back to normal life. What's that transition like, and are they okay? Let's do tap back of the day. So it's been nearly 4 months now since my husband Jay and I lived on the road full-time. We set off on a journey 2 years ago with no real end in sight, and in a lot of ways van life changes for the better. It taught us to be prepared for anything, to expect the unexpected, and to be patient when things don't go our way. But when you're planning out your life for full-time travel, when you're building your rig, you're not really planning for life after, or at least Jay and I weren't. We thought the transition from full-time jobs to van life would be the hardest transition, but in all honesty, the transition back from van life to normal life has been way harder for me. I think there's a few different reasons why I've struggled so much with this transition from van life to normal life. The first reason I've struggled is because in life, any adjustment and change is going to be hard. I've never been one who likes change. It's something I sort of have to trick my mind into doing. Everything is fine. Oops. That didn't sound good. Even though I know change is amazing, it's with change that I've had my best moments in life and my best growth. It's still something that's hard for me to accept. Accumulated so much crap. How in the world did we used to live in a van? Couldn't tell you, honestly. And I think as well, when you put so much of your identity into what you're doing, going from Kelsey and Jamie, the couple that lived in a bus, to the couple that lived in a van, to now the couple that owns a warehouse and is, I'm proud of what we're doing, and it's amazing, but it's just kind of having to let go of our past identity to become someone new. That change and transition is just not one that's been easy for me. First workout in the office. We'll see how I like it. See how I like this setup. This next one, this is kind of embarrassing to admit, but I feel like I've somehow forgotten how to be a normal person in society. Like having a schedule, a routine, coming into the same place every single day. And I feel like as I've gone through the routine, I feel kind of like an imposter. When you meet up with your friends, half of them think you're kind of weird for having lived in a van, and half of them think it's awesome, but they can't really relate to you because they've never lived in a van themselves. So it's kind of just a weird feeling, like being in society again and trying to be normal. I don't know if I'm just overthinking that. In the first few months of being home, I couldn't really understand why everything around me wasn't giving me true eternal happiness. Jay and I, we have this warehouse and we have so much to be grateful for. So that's why I was confused as to why I wasn't feeling happy. And after I've had some time to reflect about it, I think it's because I let van life sort of rewire my brain, and I relied heavily on that beautiful waterfall or breathtaking scenery to bring me happiness. And it did bring me momentary happiness. Some of those situations in the beautiful desert with nothing but Jay and Pippa and our house, those moments brought me so much joy. But when you're out searching for that next big wow and rely solely on that for your happiness, you're forgetting that your true happiness is something that comes from within yourself. There's nothing around you that can bring you that happiness. And I feel like I just let van life rewire my brain for the worse. And that's on me. I'm sure not everyone who experiences van life experiences what I'm going through, but I just want to keep it real with you guys and tell you my experience. The transition back to normal life has been a lot more challenging than I originally anticipated. But there are a few things I've realized that have really helped me with this transition. And if you're struggling, I think they can help you as well. I feel like when I first got home, I was just trying to be something that I'm not. One thing that's kind of helped me is realizing I will never be considered normal, and that's something that I'm proud of.
Wow, that was exhilarating, wasn't it?
Holy crap! That just got my heart racing. I like that a lot. Another thing that's really helped me is shifting my mindset to one of complete gratitude. I'm grateful for a space where I can be creative and be my totally unnormal self. It's also a little nipply in here, if you know what I mean. I'm grateful for my health and to be able to work out, to be able to train for an Ironman in my office as my 2 daughters, okay fine, cats, watch over me. I'm grateful to get those sessions in. I don't feel like doing because it gives me a sense of pride once they're complete. Oh, that was a tough one. You see that? It's dripping. Drips everywhere. I literally look like I just got out of the shower. And I think life is about being grateful for those little things. It's not about going to see the next most amazing destination. It's about being grateful to just be here and to be breathing and to be existing, because we are all so lucky to be here. After really reflecting and working on myself, I've realized there is no normal life, there is no van life, there is just your life, and how you want to live it is the right way. Wherever you live, don't let that get in the way of you and who you want to be, and don't let it affect your happiness, because no external force can affect your true eternal happiness. Only you can.